Hello everyone, this is BioPhoenix here, and today we're going to look at a PS1 game called Dino which is on the PS1, but was released in 1999 and developed by Capcom. This game was also for the PC and the Dreamcast, but we're going to focus on the PS1 version because, well, it's the only one that I actually have. Now, before talking about the game, this game was made by the same person who made the Resident Evil series and goes by the name of Shinji Mikami. I really hope I said that right. I'm just throwing that out there because we might mention Resident Evil a lot in this video, so let's get started with the story already. It's the year 2009, and the Secret Operation Raid Team has sent some agents to investigate a research facility, and it has to do with something with dinosaurs, and obviously it's going to have to do with dinosaurs because, you know, the game is called Dino Crisis after all. And pretty much all the dinosaurs that were in the research facility are pretty much like killing everyone, and, you know, they have to investigate why and all this type of shit. I would like to explain more about the story though, but I don't know a way how I can do it without like saying any spoilers, so I think that's basically what you're going to be getting though. But at least I get to talk about the character Virginia, who is a weapon expert though, and also I find that she's actually a pretty interesting character though once you actually play through the game a bit more though. Oh, one last thing I have to mention. I call bullshit on the shit that's supposed to be happening in 2009. Okay, I know, it's very unlikely that's going to happen, but come on, it's just a stupid joke. Now, the gameplay is like a survival horror, and it's very similar to Resident Evil, with like the menus and the loading screens to a new area, and even some of the puzzles can be a little bit similar to it. But I find all this to actually be a pretty good thing though, because I myself actually really enjoy the Resident Evil games, so you can tell that this game is actually going to be a good one. But overall, with its gameplay mechanics, I think it's actually done very well. Although, one thing you gotta know about me with survival horror games is that I don't really find them to be scary, but I do find them to be pretty enjoyable. I don't know, it's just that ever since like I ever grew like the age of like 13 around, I actually stopped being scared of video games or something. Because I remember when I was younger, there were a couple of things in video games that were kind of freaky, but now I'm just like, okay, whatever, that's like a normal casual day for me. Now the controls I find are actually not that bad, but one thing I really do find annoying is the walking in this game can really take some time to get used to. In fact, it's actually a lot like Resident Evil in the walking in that game, and personally, I never really liked it when I was younger there, but ever since I got older though, I actually eventually did get used to it, but it was still kind of a pain in the ass though. But overall though, I think the controls are actually fine as they are, just except for the walking of course, but still, anyway, they're actually not that bad. Now the graphics for this game are actually pretty good, although there are some random polygons here and there, but to be honest with you, I don't really notice them that much, and it's not really so much of a problem, but it's just something that is kind of random though, and I actually do find the graphics for this game do look pretty nice for their time, so overall I think they're actually not that bad. Now the music for this game I actually find to be really nice sounding, and it actually suits the game very well. But the only complaint I have is that some of the intense sounding songs sound exactly like the same thing as like most of the other intense sounding songs on the official soundtrack. So overall I find that the music in this game is very well done and also suits the atmosphere very well, so I actually really enjoy it myself. And that is actually one of the biggest key things I find with survival horror games that I really enjoy, is mainly because of the music. Because usually the music actually like does a really good job at like trying to bring you more into the game, I find. Now finally for the voice acting, I actually find it to be pretty good for its time. Like, I know it does have some cheesy parts here and there, but for its time though, I actually do think the voice acting in it's actually done pretty well for what it is.
Okay, this is the first checkpoint. Playtime is officially over, kiddies.
Now if you want to buy this game, it normally goes for like $10 to $15 around. It's actually pretty worth it, I'd say, for that price, but luckily enough I actually did find it in a thrift store for like $4.99, which is really good, but unfortunately I don't really see it that often though, so I just happen to get lucky and find it. Or if you really want to get a digital copy of the game, you can actually download it off of PSN for the PS3, which is actually pretty good, I find. And there are sequels to Dino Crisis, like there is Dino Crisis 2, which is also for the PS1 and the PC, but there is no Dreamcast version for it for some reason. And there is also a third game, which is for the regular Xbox, but trust me, that game is fucked up and not in a good way. So I might have to talk about those games way later on once I get around to it. Now if I had to rate this game, I'd probably have to give it a 7 out of 10. A pretty good survival horror on the PS1. Now there are not many problems with the game, but I just find that a 7 out of 10 is rightfully for what it is. But I still find it to be a fun game where you can kill dinosaurs, although it may not be like Turok or anything like that, but it's actually pretty unique, and kind of reminds me of Jurassic Park, which is awesome. But I'm not really sure what else I really need to say about this game without giving away any spoilers, so I think I may just have to end things here, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and commenting. You know, I remember when I first played this game, I thought your main character's name was Regina, and then just to make fun of her, I used to call her Vagina. Okay, I know that was a bad joke, but seriously though, I thought that was fucking funny at the time. Oh, and one last thing I have to mention though is that, why can't Capcom make another Dino Crisis game that isn't fucking stupid? Like, at least not like the third one anyway, one like that's kinda like this one or the second one. Well, I have no idea what the fuck they're thinking though, but seriously though, I really want to know why, because, well, let's just face it though, they've been fucking around so much lately with all their DLC shit. Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to like rant about them a little bit, and, well, anyways, well, thanks for tuning in on this pointless shit, so, goodbye everyone.